From being a multiple Grand Slam winner and world #1, Simona Halep has faced a career decline and personal struggles, including a divorce. Then came a devastating blow with a 4-year doping suspension. But after a long and grueling battle, her ban was reduced to just 9 months, giving her a shot at redemption on the court. But despite the excitement of her comeback, some red flags may have been overlooked. Let's look together at the terrifying truth of Simona's comeback in tennis.
Today, Simona Halep's doping ban has been officially reduced to just 9 months.
Contaminated with integrity. That's the bold headline making Simona Halep's triumphant return to the tennis court after the reversal of her 4-year doping suspension. The Court for Arbitration for Sport cleared the 32-year-old Romanian of doping allegations, attributing her positive test to a contaminated supplement. Her ban was reduced to 9 months, ending retroactively last July. "I cannot wait to return to the tour," expressed Halep through her lawyer, Howard Jacobs.
Simona Halep's career can be resurrected if she wants to. She's free to play tennis again.
The tennis community rallied behind Halep, with 6-time Grand Slam champion Becker leading the charge. "Always remember who stood by you in moments of despair. They shall be your shining armor moving forward. We can't wait to see you back on court kicking ass." Tennis legends Chris Evert, Martina Navratilova, and Billie Jean King, along with Halep's former coach Darren Cahill, also voiced their support for the 32-year-old after the positive verdict. WTA player Elise Cornet commented, "The only possible outcome of this whole scandal. Welcome back, Simona." While 2009 US Open winner Juan Martin Del Potro and 3-time major doubles champion Elena Vesnina also shared their support. But what about you guys? Are you standing with Simona on her epic comeback journey? Now, let's talk about Halep's next play, March 8th. She drops a bombshell on Instagram. Miami Open, here she comes. With a wild card entry in hand, she's ready to rock the court. I'm thrilled to let you all know that I'll be making my return to the WTA Tour at the Miami Open. Thank you to the tournament for giving me this opportunity, and I cannot wait to be back on court and competing. Let's cheer her on, people. All right, everyone, it's time to hit the brakes on the celebration because we've got a reality check coming your way. While having a player like Simona back on the court is super thrilling for tennis, let's face it, returning to the professional scene after 18 months ain't a walk in the park. So let's rewind a bit and assess where Halep stood before her ban, whether her style still stacks up against the best in the women's game, and what we can realistically expect from her in 2024. Okay, now let's take a trip down memory lane and see where Halep was before her ban rocked the tennis world. Remember her prime years? From 2014 to 2020, she was a powerhouse, snagging 2 Grand Slam titles and 8 WTA 1000 titles, while chilling in the top 4 and even hitting that #1 spot in 2017 and 2018. But then 2021 hit like a wrecking ball. Dealing with a calf injury, she struggled, ending the season at number 20 without any WTA titles. But 2022 brought another glimmer of hope. Despite early exits in majors, she rocked the Wimbledon semis and nabbed a WTA 1000 title at the Canadian Open, bouncing back into the top 10.
She's got it.
But with the suspension interrupting her momentum, the road ahead looked even tougher. As she's now 18 months older, the challenge of consistently competing at the highest level may be harder than ever. Now, we've got another burning question. Can the Romanian style still compete with the best? Back in the day, Halep was known for her gritty style of play, even a pusher, as Jessica Pegula once called her on the court. Simona was all about consistency and killer movement. But in 2014, she flipped the script by adding some serious power to her ground strokes. Combine that with her athleticism, and you've got yourself a tennis powerhouse. Now, in today's game, being able to both defend and attack is key. Just look at players like world #1 Iga Świątek and US Open champ Coco Gauff. They're masters of the art. And let's not forget about the 2-time Australian Open winner Aryna Sabalenka, who's all about that power game. And then we've also got Elena Rybakina. Okay, you might say that the Kazakh doesn't move as well as Halep, but she more than makes up for it with her killer serves and hits. So, does Halep's baseline style still cut it? Absolutely. But here's the kicker. Her serve has always been her Achilles heel. And with players getting better and better at attacking serves, that weakness is becoming more and more obvious. And then there's the age factor. At 32, and after being away from the tour for 18 months, she might not be as quick as she used to be. But hey, never count her out. If anyone can adapt and even come back stronger, it's Halep. At least that's our humble opinion. But what's your take on this? Do you think Halep still has what it takes to go toe-to-toe with the best in the WTA? All right, let's dive into the realm of expectations for Simona Halep in 2024. The Romanian is part of a wave of players making a comeback to the WTA Tour this year. We've got Naomi Osaka and Angelique Kerber returning from their maternity leave, Emma Raducanu bouncing back from injury, and Amanda Anisimova and Anastasia Sevastova resurfacing from their forced breaks. So reinstating themselves is already a big theme in women's tennis this year. But Halep's comeback story has an extra layer. Unlike injuries or maternity leave, she faced a hefty doping suspension which cast a shadow over her career. The media spotlight, the scrutiny, the pressure, it's been a wild ride for her. So mentally bouncing back on the court might be an even bigger challenge. But we'll come back to this in a bit. However, here's the silver lining for the 24-time WTA title winner. Unlike players recovering from injuries or maternity leave, Halep's been physically fit during her break. She just wasn't allowed to play. So while there might be some rust to shake off, she's not starting from scratch in terms of fitness. Now let's take a page from Maria Sharapova's playbook. Remember her? The 5-time Grand Slam champ? She went through a similar ordeal with a doping suspension back in 2016. Her band got slashed, but she never quite reached her former glory upon return. So what's the bottom line here? Don't expect Halep to skyrocket back to the top of the WTA Tour in 2024. She needs time to readjust, to get her groove back, both physically and mentally. Her goal this season should be about finding her rhythm, racking up some wins, and building that momentum. If she can pull that off, then maybe, just maybe, she can set the bar a bit higher for 2025. With her band behind her now, how do you think Halep will fare in 2024 and 2025? All right, we've got another twist in this roller coaster ride. We're talking about the mental health of Simona, and let us tell you, it's been a rocky road. Ever since she got slapped with a 4-year suspension by the International Tennis Integrity Agency, Halep's been dealing with some serious anxiety attacks. In an exclusive interview with French magazine Paris Match, the former world number 1 spilled the beans about her struggles, revealing that her day-to-day life has been one big whirlwind of turmoil. I went through periods where I couldn't sleep, where I had anxiety attacks. I'm known to be a very emotional player. Before matches, stress caused me very severe abdominal pain. Since I received my doping suspension, it's as if I live every day with this pain and anxiety. Although today things are a little better, Simona said. Now the big question looming over all of this, has Halep managed to bounce back mentally from this ordeal? Let us tell you, getting hit with a 4-year suspension, facing media scrutiny, and being judged left, right, and center is no walk in the park. But guess what? On March 6th, the day her doping ban got slashed, Halep took to Instagram to set the record straight. She didn't hold back, expressing her unwavering belief in her innocence and thanking her legal team, sponsors, fans, colleagues, and the whole Romanian community for having her back. From what she's saying, it sounds like she's ready to jump back into the game with even more fire in her belly. But hey, actions speak louder than words, am I right? We'll just have to wait and see when she hits the court at the Miami Open this March. Okay, so here's the deal. Simona Halep went from facing a whopping 4-year doping suspension to getting it cut down to just 9 months. Crazy, right? Now she's all set to make her comeback on the court, and the tennis community is buzzing with excitement. But what do you think? Can Halep reclaim her former glory and dominate the game once again? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.